Hey, do you have a second? Don't worry, it's not work-related. Following popular demand from at least 4 other S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, I've decided to put together a Lola calendar. Every month, a more glamorous shot than the last. Or at least, once I get that final shot. I heard Hulk selfies were fast becoming a trend, so what better way to finish off my calendar than a snap of my favorite lady with my favorite big green thing. But first, I have to find the perfect location. Lola, let's ride!
Sorry!
How about here? Nah, you're right. I think we can do better. Here? No? Okay, you're the boss. Uh-oh, we've got company. This seems like a decent spot. Wait, nope. I see bird poop. Quick, stop them before they can scuff her paint job. Are normally just flying across the sky without a care in the world, but if you've got a moment, there are some criminals close by, so, little help?
guess it's time to move on and go back to life before aliens flew in and trashed half of Manhattan. And for me in the cafe, that means getting some customers back in. A bunch of our regulars were happily sipping their mochachinos when it all went down, and I haven't seen them since. You don't think anything happened to them, do you? I'm hoping they're all just still hiding.
What I wouldn't give for a macchiato. And to be reunited. Oh, thank Thor!
Oh, man. This fearing for my life business is one thing, but this dry mouth is another. You came to rescue me! Ha, awesome!
Those are the most unconvincing costumes I've ever seen. Guys make awful street
Is it safe to come out? So, it's safe now? Oh, great.
I guess.
So tired and weak. Oh, my hero! Now out of the way! I need my beans. Ow!
If you see anyone looking scared and thirsty, send them my way. It's probably one of our regulars. I'm so glad everyone got back safe. Thank you so much. And on a side note, totally a byproduct of this whole thing, you understand. My tips should start rolling back in. Here, I think you definitely deserve a cut. Here.
This rescue mission could have been so much easier if I could just carry everybody to safety. But I went and busted up my arm during training, so that's off the table. I thought if I created some cloud platforms, the civilians could jump over here and climb down, but for some crazy reason, they're too scared. I've been trying the whole pep talk approach for hours. I think it's time someone a little more persuasive stepped in. From what I've heard, even your worst fears can be overcome if someone mind controls you. Sounds like just what we need.
No way, man. I ain't stepping on no stupid cloud.
Careful. Your average superhero might be able to survive that drop, but I don't think a civilian...
Gee whiz. I can't wait to step on those clouds. They look so safe and fun.
Nice, that's one down.
I can't do it. I'm scared of heights.
I don't know what they're so scared about. I keep telling them those clouds are a solid...
All right, let's do this thing. Hey, have cars always been that small?
Okay, that's two. Didn't I tell you? Clouds are like the new floor.
There's a reason they don't build houses out of clouds. Those things aren't so solid. Sure, let's jump up and down on these clouds. I can't see a single downside to this.
Great going. You really helped me out there. And seriously, if you could spread the word about how nice and reliable cloud platforms are, I'd appreciate it. Maybe then the next time this happens, people will just bounce their way across on their own and we can all go home a lot quicker. Waiting to be tinkered with. Don't mean to overshadow you, but... Whoa, this is just like in cartoons. I'm straight back into action.
Feel like getting your hands dirty? We're getting reports of some trash in your area that needs to be taken out.
Oh, it's so good to see the city again. Oh, hello. You know, I used to come here all the time when I lived in New York. There was a charming little cafe nearby. I've heard this cafe owner is selling something called a Captain America cappuccino. I don't think it's likely that Steve somehow survived and became a barista, but I have to be sure. Unfortunately, getting inside the cafe won't be quite as simple as one might imagine.
Maybe if I look up at the sky, I'll see a superhero fight. What are the odds of that?
Nicely done. However, it would appear that Steve isn't in sight after all, as if Captain America would be in need of a hot drink right now. In any case, thank you for... hang on. 10 cents for a cup of coffee? Can you believe it? Ow! My tympanic membrane!
I hope it doesn't rain a lot today. Crime fighting is hard enough without bad weather.
Where are you hiding, you overgrown iguana?
Ow! Man, what?
I've heard that the dragon Xiao Lao has been seen lurking around this area. I kinda hoped after defeating him a while back he'd, you know, stay defeated for a little longer. But it looks like he's decided to be reborn again for, what is it, the 67th time? Either way, we've gotta stop him. The last thing this city needs is another rampaging lizard thing stomping about the place. You might not recognize a dragon when you see one, but don't worry. I'm a bit of an expert. Don't know if I mentioned it, but I defeated Xiao Lao before. Got a cool scar on my chest and everything. A rent-controlled apartment. That's my goal in life. Who's there? It's Xiao Lao. Get him! Oh, wait. Wrong dragon. Sorry, folks. There he is. Now we've got you, Xiao Lao. Ah, not again. Okay, this time it's definitely Xiao Lao. It's all in the scales. What? Another costume? Is there some sort of festival going on? Well, looks like Xiao Lao isn't here. Just a bunch of really convincing costumes. I guess there's no threat here after all. Or is that just what he wants us to think? Yeah, now I get it. Think you can lull me into a false sense of security, do you, Xiao Lao? Well, no dice! The Iron Fist will remain clenched and waiting until you show your true face. Which could take a while, so you can probably get going. Thanks for the help.
Might I borrow you for a moment? Don't worry, it's not anything too taxing. Just a little brain surgery. You may not know this, but the great Sorcerer Supreme was once a mere neurosurgeon. Until an accident robbed me of the full use of my hands, and I was reduced to performing back-alley operations to get by. However, the brain is not something you want to be tinkering with without a steady hand, and some of my patients from that time were left slightly mentally defragmented. The Sorcerer Supreme has the ability to heal them. I just need a little help finding them. The patients I mentioned all have a fairly obvious tell. Quite simply, they all think they're farm animals. Keep your ears open, and I'm sure you'll be able to track them down.
Oink! Oink, oink, oink! 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 Sorry to interrupt your little trip across the city, but the police are on their way to a crime in progress near you. Maybe you can beat them to it.
Whoa!
Mo?
Rayburn, up.
The patients I mentioned all have a fairly obvious tell. Quite simply, they all think that— Yes, this is all of them! I must thank you. Finally, I can right this wrong committed in my darkest hour. Or at the very least, dress them up and open up some kind of petting zoo. I'd rather think there could be some serious money in it. What do you think? Don't worry, I wouldn't dream of leaving you out of the profits. I jest, of course. About the petting zoo, I mean. Yes, even I am not that strange.
City shortchanged in the last couple of years.
Why is all of the money? How can you tear
front. This looks like yet another perilous predicament. I have no idea how that happened. Thanks, true believers.
Well, the cat's out of the bag and into the cloning machine.
Get off of me! Help! Help!
Black Panther stopped by and asked me to look after Mr. Tittles while he was out on a mission. It's not like I didn't have a lot to do already, but how could I say no to that furry little face? Or faces, as is now the case. He somehow managed to get into a cloning device we were developing and replicate himself. As adorable as an army of Mr. Tittles' sounds, it could be dangerous to have them running loose before we can perform some tests. Please help me find them.
Hey, get off of me! Help! Help!
I suppose this is one way of giving a cat 9 lives.
I hope you weren't trying to kill the police officer.
This Stuttgart only had to deal with Loki. I had to deal with angry New Yorkers and ridiculously underpaid tourists. This job.
Hey, I'm walking here! Don't make me wait. Come on, come get some.
Think next time you stick around to help me clean up?
Oh, you are so getting blogged about.
Sir, I am sorry that you felt threatened.
Huh?
These guys are mad at me and I don't know why!
Access granted.
I suppose this is one way of giving a cat 9 lives. The Mr. Tittles! But which one is the original? It appears all the clones are identical in every way. No signs of deterioration caused by the cloning process. Same noble portrait, same glossy coats, so it shouldn't matter which one goes back to Black Panther. As for the others, Well, it appears I've gained myself a few pets.
Forget about it!
Receiving this message. We're getting reports of an incident close to your location. If you can hear this, please make your way to the scene and help out.
Steve Rogers looks awful.
Those aliens certainly need this in
Oh, it's something.
Get back here, you little whippersnapper!
You know, doing what you think is right doesn't mean you only ever fight the bad guys. I've got to get back to the Griffith without being spotted by any more SSR agents. I knew I should have brought my blonde wig with me. Wait, you look like a completely trustworthy person. Fancy a pleasant stroll through the city? I suppose this means it's time to go to work.
Just had the call. Another hijacked truck is tearing around the city.
Crikey O'Reilly, now what? I'm Peggy Carter, and I'm not here to take lunch orders. day will never end. A rent-controlled apartment. That's my goal in life. Thanks for the hand. You're certainly more capable than that outfit you're wearing would seem to suggest. Sorry, that was rather mean. I'm having kind of a bad day. I should be able to make it the rest of the way, but thanks again.
Enjoy the city, folks.